Laura, and I have this little message excuse me, that I would like to share with you. And this message is especially for the young teenagers, the young ladies from 15 years to 22 years, the young ones that are coming up. There's this message that I want to share with you, that you are special, okay? You are special in your own way, and I would like you to know that you don't have to let anybody ruin that. God created you as a great person. God created you as a big person. You can be a first lady one day. You can be a minister one day. You can be a musician, a powerful gospel musician. Yes, you can be a star one day. You can be a prophetess one day. You can be a woman of God one day. You can be a great pastor's wife one day. God have prepared a whole lot of beautiful things for his children. It's just that sometimes we don't have the patience to get them. But God has beautiful and great things and mighty things for us. What I want to let you know right now is that as we all know, we've seen how teenage pregnancy is going up and down. We've seen how single parenting is going on, especially in the women's side, and it is mostly found in the youth. Why? Because the men deceive us. They do. They do deceive us. They deceive us, and then they don't tell us the truth. We get pregnant and then they leave us. Please, I want you to think. Maybe you have not got pregnant before. You have not, given birth before to suffer that single parenting that some young girls are suffering. But what you will suffer is in the future. Have you ever thought of it? Because you can suffer sickness, and then as women, how we are, because of how God created us, if we should get any sexually transmitted disease, you see that it hides itself, and then before you get to know it, oh my God, it has already damaged a lot. Some women are fighting, having problems giving birth because all their wombs have been damaged by STDs. Let's put STDs aside. You can even attract some diseases that can kill you. Yeah, they can kill you. So you should know that giving yourself to numerous of men and giving yourself to just any guy, you don't even know the guy. How will you know if he's sick or he's not sick? And then you're just allowing him to have sex with you, to sleep with you. That won't help you. It won't take you anywhere, my dear. It won't. So please, I beg you, stop it. Those STDs can affect you in the future, and then that sicknesses that you can attract, they can also kill you. HIV is there. HIV is not gone. It's not hidden. It's still there. It's still in existence. There are many, many diseases that can kill easily, that you can attract through having sex. Okay, you said that you are going to wear a condom. Fine, you are going to use a condom, but have you asked yourself, that condom 100% protecting? Or maybe, can it save me 100%? Fine, let's say you use a condom. You don't attract any disease. You don't attract anything. Fine. What about yourself? What about your image? What about your dignity? What about your pride? That thing down there in between your legs is your pride. You don't have to give it to just any man. You don't have to give it to just any guy. You are growing. What are you rushing for? You don't have to rush for anything. Yes, our parents talk, and then sometimes we don't get how they talk because they like shouting on us. But in some way they are right. If you take your time, you are going to get a good person. Think about it. A man will one day come pay a price. Pay something, a bright price, before he can take you and do it. Do you understand? So why are you giving it to somebody who wouldn't even pay 5 CDs for it? Why are you giving it to the person? Because he says sweet things to you, sweet words to you. My dear, it's a lie. He's lying. That is what they do. So don't fall victim. Young ones, especially those in the JHS, entering the SHS, be very careful. Because guys of today, they are like that. They can ruin you. He can sleep with you and let everybody know that he has slept with you. Some even set cameras to video you. Some take naked pics of you and you are not even aware of it. Some sleep with you and then their friends are watching it elsewhere. Some guys are like that. They come sweet. They come and then they are like angels. But they are not at all. Okay? So please, be very careful. Take very good care of yourself. If the guy says he loves you, you just ask yourself that at that age, you are now 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years. Is he going to marry you? Ask yourself. Or that guy who is also 18 years or 19 years, where is he going to get that money to marry you? Why don't you take your time? Get to the age where you are ready for marriage. Have somebody, meet somebody, and then things will be well with you. Please don't trust those guys out there. You realize that you've been with the first person. He betrayed you. Second, he betrayed you. Third, he betrayed you. Why are you going in for the fourth person? Don't give in like that. Okay? Don't. And they come in with sweet words, you give them the chance, and then you realize that you've been changing guys. You are changing guys, and as at now, somebody can count sleeping with 10 men. Somebody can count sleeping with 5 men. You just look at your age and ask yourself, how many guys have had sex with you? And then think about it. How many guys will there be if you are at the age of 20 years or 22 years? How many guys? Be careful, because there is something good in you. There is something great in you. God have something special for you. You just ask yourself, sit down and think and reason that you've grown, okay? And then you've gotten somewhere by God's grace, and then you realize that a guy that slept with you is somewhere doing something, nasty. You just think of it that you've grown, you are a lawyer, and then you are in a courtroom, and then a guy has been arrested for maybe murder, for a rape case, for anything, and then you are to stand in, and then you get there, you realize that guy is somebody who has slept with you before. How will you feel? Maybe you are preaching. Okay, you are standing in front of a big congregation, and then you realize that 3 out of those guys have already slept with you. And the thing is, if you are in a relationship with them, it's cool. But the thing is, you are not in a relationship with them. They just sleep with you, and then they leave you just like that. That is what the point is. How can you allow a guy to sleep with you in a car, in a public transport, in a classroom, on a school park, or the football park, in a ghetto, in just any guest house? Don't do it. Don't do it. You are special in your own way. You are beautiful in your own way. God has something good for you. God has something great for you. You are going to become a somebody someday. So don't do something you are going to regret, because had I known, is always at last. Our parents wouldn't get the time to sit with us and then teach us this. But please think of what I'm saying. Think of what I'm telling you. Think of it. If you get pregnant right now, he's going to leave you. You are going to suffer. Your future will be ruined. If you don't even get pregnant, you are going to attract a disease. How are you going to fight that? If you don't attract a disease, he can be pointing you one day and saying all sorts of stupid things about you because he was able to have sex with you. And then, fine, if he's not a young guy, he's a married man. He's already married. You too, somebody is going to marry you. So don't let him enjoy something that somebody is going to pay a bright price for. Okay? If he sleeps with you, he will leave you and go to his wife. He wouldn't make you a second wife. Think about that one too. So young girls, please, I beg you. This is something small that I want to share with you. Okay? Don't let us mess ourselves. The guys that are in today, they are not in for good. Get somewhere and then you get the right person. Don't forget to give yourself to Christ and pray. Find a Bible-believing church. Go to church. God is the best boyfriend you can ever have at your age. And your books, yeah, they are the people that can help you. No man or no young guy can help you. Don't let them deceive you, holding you in the dark, pressing your breast, holding the parts they are not supposed to hold. They are embarrassing. They are trying to tell you you weren't brought up from a good home. They are trying to tell you that you are not a good person. They are trying to tell you are a prostitute. Don't let them insult you in your face like that. Okay? You are special. So continue to keep yourself in the correct way. Don't allow them. If he says he loves you, let him use the right channel. tell somebody, tell an elderly person, let the person question him for you, and then you'll be on the right direction. And now also for